The Dream Museum by David Jonathan and Nicholas Mavresis is an impossible demonstration of magic with a super engaging hook of an escape room. This is a super interactive effect, but is it right for you? Well, stick around because today we're going to find out. Escape room cards. Your job is to discover the missing pieces. Are you ready?
Yeah.
So essentially, your first choice is the second you walk into the escape room, you see an elevator and you see an escalator. Do you walk up the escalator or go up the elevator?
The escalator.
The escalator, are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll place that down right there. Now, once you went up the escalator, you see two hallways. You see a light hallway and a dark hallway. Which hallway do you go through?
Dark one.
The dark hallway. Okay, are you sure?
I'm sure.
Okay. Now, you have another choice. Once you go through the dark hallway, you see a brown door and a white door. Which door do you go through?
Go for the white
one.
The white door.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Now, once you pass through the white door, you see a messy bed and an exit sign. Which do you go through?
The bed.
The bed? Okay. So you don't want to leave the escape room. That's okay. Well, now you have a dream. You have a dream while you're sleeping in the bed because you fall asleep in the bed. And you see there's an old man who offers to take you to the forest and a lady who offers to take you to the lake. Which do you go with?
Lady to the lake.
Lady to the lake? Okay. Now, as I said before, your job was to discover the missing pieces. And these are the choices you could have went with, but you didn't. And they have famous artwork on the back, like this is Son of Man, Scream, Starry Night, Vincent van Gogh, like all different artwork. And the thing is, you were to discover the missing pieces. These have a picture of Mona Lisa on it. And these are your choices, and I think that you got that exactly correct. What do you get? When you purchase the Dream Museum effect, you receive this nice little box. This is the box that holds the playing cards. Inside the box, you receive the tutorial link, which is downloadable or streamable, and you receive your gaffed playing cards. Well, some of them are gaffed, not all of them. All the cards are specially printed with famous artwork on the back and escape room themes on the faces. The cards feel great and handle great. They're USPCC printed. Now, what is the quality of the gimmick? The playing cards are good quality. As I said, they're USPCC printed. They handle smoothly, and there is a component to them that can wear out over time, but that component is easily replaceable. And David Jonathan goes through how to replace it when you eventually need to. The cards will last a long time, but they are cards. Cards wear out. How is the tutorial? The tutorial is great. It's 43 minutes long and it's taught mostly by David Jonathan, but he chats with Nicholas Mavresis in the beginning and the end of the tutorial. David leaves no stone unturned, and he goes through the pattern, routining, and how to do the routine. He also goes through what you get, what to do if you drop the cards on the ground, and much more. It was a very thorough tutorial, but he didn't overdo it. It was nice and concise. There are live performances in the tutorial as well. And what people were commenting on the Magic Cafe is that Simon Lipkin was handling the cards weirdly and moving them back and forth. I didn't think he was. But, and I want to let you know though, that you don't have to do that. You don't have to switch the cards back and forth. Whichever card they say to place on the table, you can just place it on the table. You don't have to switch them back and forth. The handling's pretty fair, and it's such a powerful kicker ending. It's so fooling because it all comes together in the spectator's mind at once, and the moment it happens is a great moment. Is this a social media or a real life effect? I think this is better for a real world performance. This would be exceptional when used as a conversational piece or when talking about board games or escape rooms and stuff like that. This could be used in lots of situations. Lots of people want to play games, and having a game as the premise for the effect is super strong. What are the angles like? Dream Museum can be performed completely surrounded, which is great because there's lots of effects where
it's super angly, where you won't want people behind you, where you won't want people on the sides. You can only do it straight on. No, this can be done completely surrounded 360 degrees, which is great. Now, what is the pocket space like? All you have to carry in your pocket is this box, which is much thinner than a deck of cards. I think it's about half the thickness of a box of cards, and that's all you have to carry in your pocket. And you just have to carry this and you can do the crazy routine, and it has a really great kicker ending. It has a great build up and then a great finish. Are there any live performances in the tutorial? Yes, there are live performances in the tutorial. Is this examinable? Well, the 9 cards that you've placed on the table, those are completely examinable. The other cards that you have in your hands are not examinable. However, the heat isn't really on the cards in your hands, the heat is on the cards on the table, and you can hand those ones out. So yes, the cards on the table are examinable, the rest of the cards are not. Now let's talk about the difficulty and practicality of the Dream Museum by Nicholas Mavresis and David Jonathan. This is not extremely difficult to do at all. The cards do pretty much all the work for you. This is pretty much self-working. All you have to do is know the pattern and know the system. The cards are super well made. They do everything for you pretty much. And the spectators will also enjoy the effect a lot because it's interactive. It's not a routine where you're just performing on them. They're joining in. They get to make the decisions, and you can bring in a lot of people. You can say, do you want to go up the light hallway or the dark hallway? Do you want to go through this door or that door? Do you want to do... You can ask them questions, and it doesn't the pattern doesn't have to be limited. You can make it more conversational and ask, oh, why do you want to go down to the exit sign, or why did you want to go to the messy bed, or something like that, because those are some of the options for the escape room here. And it's more of a trick that you would do on an offbeat, because it starts off conversational and then blows them away. You don't have to do it on the offbeat. I've performed this in times where it's not on the offbeat. It goes great in between 2 more serious pieces of card magic, because it starts off as a conversational piece and they think it's just a game, but then the kicker absolutely blows them away. It's a crazy kicker. It's very practical, but you do need a big enough space on a table. You need to be able to put 3x3 cards down, which is why I don't know if this would work in all restaurants where the tables are smaller or more cluttered with food and stuff. This would be better for a close-up show or table hopping, certain table hopping situations. Is there any DIY? Eventually you will have to repair a component of the cards, but it shouldn't be for a while, and it's very easy to replace. What is the reset like? This trick doesn't reset instantly, but it does reset quickly. Part of it you can do in front of your audience, the other part you want to do when you have a private moment going from table to table or something. You gather the cards up in front of your audience, and then when you get a private moment, you just rearrange some things, which takes about 8 seconds. David teaches you the system to know on how to do it very quickly in 8 seconds. What is the price of Dream Museum? Dream Museum by David Jonathan and Nicholas Mavresis retails for $40 US. Is it worth the price? I think it's worth the price. This has a great storyline with a great kicker ending, and it's relatable as well. Everyone has heard of or tried an escape room before. What are the pros and cons? The pros are this is easy to do, it's fun to perform, it has a great kicker ending, it's angle proof. The cards are very well designed, it has great artwork. This has a great premise as well. It's super fooling. The method is good, and also the price is good. It's well priced. The kicker is so fooling as well. It's so fooling because no one expects that kicker until you reveal it to them. And the build-up is great. You build up by turning over some of the missing pieces. And as you do, they start to question. They're like, no, oh my goodness. And then the more cards you turn over, it just gets a bigger and bigger reaction. Now, what are the cons? The cons are there is a reset. There is also something that will eventually wear out, but it is replaceable. You also need a table to perform this and a performing surface of 3 cards by 3 cards, which could make it hard in certain situations. Now, what percent am I giving the Dream Museum? I'm giving the Dream Museum a 95%. This is such a great routine. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.